Okay. Yes, I know it's been a couple weeks. Sorry. But today, went and picked up something. Yesterday, went and picked up something. Tuesday, we got some things coming in. But why? Why do we have this? So, the current Mustang is a 2010 V6 5-speed that comes with a 7.5-inch rear end. Does great. Did a little slide the other day. Hydro's dialed in. But the biggest thing is it is an open differential, and it just doesn't do what I want it to do. But yesterday, I went and pulled the trigger and went and picked up this Ford GT 8.8 rear end. Because it is a GT, it does have the factory LSD. And then
God, I just noticed something.
what?
I just fucking noticed something.
What?
Look at the main caps. Look at the main caps along the differential. Right here and here. And here and here. Look at this one. There's a fucking ginormous gap right there. That bolt is not even touching the main cap.
Sick. I'm glad that
So if we would have fucking run that.
Good catch.
Fucking marketplace.
Okay, but today, me and Luke went to Summit Racing over in Arlington and went and picked up a set of 410 gears. We also picked up something else that will get delivered Monday, and once that comes in, I'll show you that. But went and picked up a set of 410 gears. So what we are going to be doing is swapping out the 331s for the 410s. Now you may be asking yourself, Joey, do you and Luke know how to swap out 410 gears? No, we don't.
Sure it's fucking fun.
But we're going to find out how. How? YouTube and Google and forums and potentially some other people. But determination. But whole premise is, we took the car out the other day. Now that the hydro's dialed in, the car really is starting to feel better. Whenever I want to lock up the rear end, I'm able to. Slid really good, felt really good, but trying to fight an open diff like that is kind of hard. So having limited slip will be nice. Which this, I got off a marketplace off somebody. Supposedly, it is a fresh rebuilt rear end. How true that actually is, we don't know. But we're swapping out the main gear and the pinion gear. We also have new bearings, new seals. So basically, we are gonna rebuild it just with 410 gears. So now is the part where we figure out how stupid we are.
Now's the part where we get that saucy reveal.
Oh, dude, let me see the 410. Shoo! We're gonna start getting everything tore out of the old rear end. We're gonna get the old gears out, the limited slip, make sure everything looks right, and then once we get all that torn out, we're gonna go from there and see if this is something we are actually able to do ourselves. Like I said, we might have to phone a friend. We might have to ask for a little bit of help. But we are going to try to do everything that we can by ourselves and hopefully not mess up this rear end. Please let this be a lesson. Take everything on Facebook Marketplace with a grain of salt. Got everything cracked open. Already, none of the bolts holding in the bearing caps were tight. None of them. So if I would have just put this in and not thought about it, I would have made it about 50 feet, and then the rear end would have blown up. But not only that, as we look more into it, Gotta love a fresh rebuild with broken pieces.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
One single piece. I'm not no fucking axle specialist, so I'm assuming that's just a spacer of types to keep it seated properly. And this is, you can very easily see, I don't know how on camera, but you can see pitting where it was like a cast piece where there's a chunk just missing, and it moves freely in its position.
Yeah. So.
And the retaining bolt for the pin wasn't even tight either.
Yeah.
It just started coming out of hand loose.
Nothing was tightened. Like, this wasn't rebuilt by somebody or a shop. And if it was, fuck you, you're terrible at your job.
They took it out, they wire wheeled it, they painted it, and they said, oh yeah, and right here, they broke off a nut inside, or they broke off a bolt inside, and instead of just leaving it undone, they glued the head back on with super glue. So we tried to unbolt it, and just one impact click, and the whole fucking thing came off, and there was super glue underneath it.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to drill that out. I know firsthand, not everybody on Marketplace is scummy. I get that. But just please, whenever you're buying things, if you have the option to look inside before you buy them, do it. Because otherwise you'll end up with something like this. So now, that changes a couple more things. So, we're going to dive into this a little bit more, see how bad the damage really is, and then go from there. Okay. I forgot where we left off. Pretty sure it was us having taken everything out of the rear end, which everything's out, and got that all staged, but came to a problem with the new pinion gear and the new pinion bearing.
We're dumb.
Yeah. We have to but we have to press out the old bearing, measure the shims underneath it, so that way we can replicate that in the new pinion gear with the new pinion bearing. But we had a problem. We didn't have a press. So a couple things happened today. One, boom, Harbor Freight special, baby. So we got a press, got to put that together. But also another package came in today, which I'm very pumped about. NRGC came in, which we didn't plan to get this. I actually got that whenever we went to Summit, whenever we got the 410 gears. I was like, you know what? I'm already here. I know they have it, and they shipped it within 2 days. So, seat came in tomorrow. Another package comes in, which that's going to be another part of this video. And we're going to get everything going. But first, we got to build the press so that way we can get everything set up. And then we can start working on the new pinion gear with the new pinion bearing. And hopefully start to get this rear end put back together. So that way we can potentially drop the old rear end tonight. And then when the parts come in tomorrow, we'll be set to go. And just like that, boom, baby, we got our press. Did we read the instructions? No. Does it seem solid? Also no. But it's upright, baby.
And should work.
Oh, we didn't tighten down the bottom ones.
Like, we did. We didn't like torque them.
Yeah, we didn't torque them.
We got them decent.
Yeah. But, so now, we also have a bearing extractor kit. Oh, look at that, it's working. W. But alright, well, we're gonna get to work. I'm gonna post you guys up, and then I'll check in here in a little bit.
What's gonna go first? Is it gonna be our janky setup, or is it gonna be this bearing? It was the setup.
It was the setup. Attempt number 2.
Sketchy bearing removal part 2. Except we've seen it explode now, and it's a lot less scary.
Yeah.
And should the pressure come on slow, give it time to think about its actions.
It's gonna pop again. Look at it from the side. Look at that angle.
Kind of don't want. Oh, it's flexing the tool. It's flexing the fuck out of the tool.
Yeah. We might just have to cut it.
Yeah. Send it till it fucking pops again.
It didn't take long.
Tool's kind of alright. Little bent.
A little bit.
Oh, it blew off a chunk of it.
And still, the inner casing of the bearing has not moved. Lit! Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since I actually picked up the camera. So, bear with me. But, obviously, y'all saw in the last video, we got the ST. This is like a skip forward. Because, one, we've been waiting for parts for the Mustang, and they're just not done yet. So, now I'm just kind of impatient, and I'm like, alright, well, I have other parts, might as well put them on. So, we're going to put the new seat in. So, NRG seat, and then we have the NRG brackets. I'm only doing the driver's seat for right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get the driver's seat installed today because I want to work on the car. Luke went out and got this thing, 92 Accord. Whenever he looked at the post, the guy basically said, hey, fuel pump doesn't work, which anybody who buys cars knows everything just needs a fuel pump. But replace the fuel pump, we had to replace the fuel lines, dropped the tank, did the pump, did the lines, put a new battery in it. There was some weird, pass, not even pass, it was like a shortcut to the starter. So, the clutch safety wasn't a thing anymore. And there was a couple other things, but it was done super haggardly. So Luke got all the wiring done on that. He threw the muffler that we cut off of the Mustang. He threw that on that. It actually doesn't sound bad. I'm actually pretty impressed. We're gonna get this old seat out, and then we're going to put the bracket in for the new one. Try to get some seat positions, see how it looks, see how it feels. And go from there. Yeah. Luke got canes. Didn't even ask if I wanted some. Because fuck me. Anyways, seat fully installed. Feels good. Luke, you test sat in it. Scale of 1 to 10, comfortability.
Let me sit in again. Let me give a live reaction because it was pretty darn comfortable. And when you're talking about racing seats, comfort is not on your top one.
Yeah.
It definitely does.
How do you feel secure wise?
Secure wise? I don't know. I feel like the side bolstering right here is low key better on the ST.
Well, on the ST, I feel like the lower bolsters are way bigger.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like my shoulder's in, but I feel like my kind of my rib cage kind of comes out. It's got no.
Yeah.
But if I'm pushing myself back with the steering wheel, I'm not fucking moving just because.
Well, you also have to think if you're driving forward and the force is pushing you back too.
Yeah, it's definitely
an astronomical upgrade over factory.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, the garage has been in shambles for.
Because of this thing.
Oh yeah, trust me, they've already been introduced to the Honda. But
It's not raspy. It's not raspy.
I was gonna say I told him that you put the fucking Mustang exhaust on there. Just don't hit the Volkswagen.
I know, dude. I clutched in the other day. Just went whoop.
Honestly, sounds better than half the cars I've driven my entire life.
That's what I was saying. It's idling like a motherfucker, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Really done no type of motor work to it, just other than fixing the fuel line and make sure it's all running good. Quick little 800 Honda project.
Right. Well.
Still a little exhausted.
A little bit, but it sounds so much better. Luke is so proud of that Honda, which he has every right to be. He got it, it wasn't running, and now it's running. So
I'm more excited about it.
yeah,
Excited
I
about
keep
what it's gonna be.
I keep trying to convince him to bag it, to just be
Due time.
just a 92 Accord sedan, just bagged to the ground. Not too bad. Feel secure. I'm a wee bit bigger than Luke, but like, I don't know, it feels good. Like, it feels solid. I want to take it for a drive, but we have so many cars just in the driveway and blocking the driveway, but we'll get to that. But kind of just doing filler because we're still waiting on a rear end. And once the rear end comes in, then we get to do the rear end, get to redo dual calipers, and get to do coilovers. I'm so excited. After many days, weeks later, we're back to working on the car.
Months of Honda time.
Yeah, the Honda is running, and honestly, I should have done a video, like a couple videos on that, doing a breakdown, because he did so much work to that thing. But Luke just got the lugs extracted off of this. So I'm gonna pull off the brake assembly, the rotor. What? Never mind. I don't have to do that. Just kidding. Pull the 2 bolts here, bolt there, 4 bolts here, and then yeah.
The 2 seat buttons, so.
Okay, so front coilovers are on. Yes, if you were wondering, wow, that seems really low. It is. I've never adjusted coilovers while putting them on. This is it in the air. We're definitely gonna have to. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get that figured out. But I'm pretty sure that's kind of where we're at today. Just because tomorrow I got a call about the rear end, see where it's at, because honestly there's no point in putting rear coilovers on this rear end whenever we're going to swap it out anyways. So yeah, but we're making progress. It's nice to work on the Mustang after a while. But coilovers are in, new sway bar end links are in, everything's mounted back up. We did find out that there is a pretty drastic leak.
Fixable leak.
Fixable leak.
Yeah. It's easily fixable.
Yeah, easily fixable, but from driving it whenever it was -6 real feel, car didn't like that too much. So we gotta adjust that sooner rather than later. But yeah, we're gonna get everything going. Like I said, both sides are in. We'll probably have to take the wheels off and adjust it a bunch of times just to figure out the right ride height. But